You might think studying is just about willpower, but it's not. You think you need more discipline, more focus, more motivation. But here's the hard truth. You don't need more motivation. You need a system that makes studying feel so good that you start craving it. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to retrain it. Because getting addicted to studying, it's not just possible. It's actually easy when you understand how addiction works. And today, I'll show you exactly how to flip the switch. So let's dive into 5 sneaky ways people accidentally repel the study habit, and how to flip it so studying feels natural, not forced. Let's begin. You associate studying with pain, not progress. Let's start with this. Most people don't hate studying. They hate how studying feels. The pressure, the boredom, the endless to-do list that never gets shorter. So every time you try to study, your brain goes, no, thanks. Because it doesn't feel like growth, it feels like punishment. And here's the thing, the brain avoids pain, always. So how do you fix this? You make studying feel rewarding. Even if you only study for 10 minutes, track it, celebrate it, make a visible mark of progress. Use checklists, timers, completion bars, anything that gives your brain a little hit of, I did it. Because when your brain associates studying with progress instead of pressure, it stops avoiding it and starts craving it. You wait to feel motivated instead of triggering momentum. Let's be honest, most people wait around hoping motivation will strike like lightning. But motivation isn't a lightning bolt. It's a spark you create. So what does that mean? It means you don't need to feel ready to begin. You just need to begin small. Open the book, read 1 page, watch 2 minutes of a lecture, summarize a sentence. That's it. Because action creates momentum, not the other way around. You don't need to feel like studying to study. You need to start and let momentum do the rest. You study in a way that drains you. Let's talk about energy. If you study in silence, staring at a page for hours, of course you'll hate it. Because your brain isn't wired to sit still and suffer. It's wired to engage, to solve problems, to interact, to move. So, if studying feels like a chore, it's probably because you're doing it in a way that drains your natural energy. So, here's the shift. Find your flow. Walk while listening to lectures. Teach the material out loud to an imaginary audience. Use flashcards, apps, visuals. Move your body. Change your scenery. Because when you study in a way that feels natural and energizing, your brain starts associating learning with pleasure. And that's how addiction begins. You think studying is about finishing, but it's not. Studying isn't about grinding until you're done. It's about creating a system that you can repeat. A system that makes studying predictable, enjoyable, even automatic. Because here's the truth. People get addicted to routines. Think about your favorite TV show, or that game you can't stop playing, or your daily scroll through social media. None of that happens by accident. It happens because those things are part of a loop. Trigger, action, reward. So build the same loop for studying. Trigger, you sit at your desk. Same time, same place. Action, you open your notes. Set a timer, dive in. Reward, you get a small dopamine hit, maybe from checking a box, hearing music, or watching a progress bar move. Repeat that loop enough, and your brain starts wanting it. Not because you forced it, but because the system made it feel safe, satisfying, and sustainable. You treat studying like a battle, not a relationship. Here's the last one. Most people study like they're going to war. They brace themselves, grit their teeth, count the minutes until it's over. But studying isn't war. It's a conversation. It's a relationship between your mind and the world, between your curiosity and the unknown. And just like any good relationship, it gets deeper when you stop demanding and start listening. Instead of saying, I have to learn this, try asking, what's interesting about this? What connects to what I already know? How does this help me become the person I want to be? Because when you approach studying with curiosity, not combat, it changes everything. You stop dreading it, and you start loving it. You don't need superhuman discipline to become addicted to studying. You just need a few shifts. Make it feel like progress. Start before you're ready. Find your natural style. Build a loop that rewards you. And stop treating learning like a punishment, because studying isn't something to survive, it's something to savor. And when your brain realizes that, studying becomes less of a task and more of a treat. Let's stop fighting the process and start falling in love with it.